Hello everyone, it's the Math Lady, and today we're going to talk about multiplying positives and negatives together. Okay, multiplying positives and negatives. Now when we first learn multiplication, most of the time the teacher will present it something like this. We'll say, okay, 2 times 3. Let's envision 3 groups of 2. 3 groups of 2 squares. Or 2 groups of 3 squares. Either way, they both are 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. And that's great. That's a wonderful way to visualize it. However, once we throw negative numbers into the mix, this doesn't really work. Because how would I indicate a negative square if I was drawing squares? Like this is a positive square and this is my negative squares. We can kind of do it by saying, okay, if it's negative 2 times 3, each of these is negative 1. So I've got 3 groups of negative 2's. And then over here, like, okay, each of these is also a block meaning negative 1. I've got 2 groups of negative 3's. Okay, it's still working. Ooh, but what if I change this 3 to a negative 3? Oh, what do I do now? Okay, now there are videos out there if you're interested or explanations online as far as logical proofs as to why we have the rule that a negative times a negative equals a positive. And if you are interested in that, I absolutely encourage you to go do that. This video is more about giving you some ways to remember these rules. Okay, again, if you're interested in the meaning, the reason behind this, the proof of it, go for it. Learning's always great. But this is just to give you some quick rules. So this is what we're looking at, that a positive times a positive equals a positive. A negative number times a negative equals a positive. A positive times a negative equals a negative. And a negative times a positive equals a negative. Those are the rules. If you can memorize them as is, awesome. More power to you. Here's some additional helpful ways to kind of keep these straight. Let's take, for example, 2 and 3. I'm going to have 3 different ways of multiplying. Positive 2 times positive 3. Negative 2 times, actually, you know what? I'm going to write this on the left over here. Negative 2 times negative 3. I almost wrote negative 6. I've done several of these videos in a row. Can you tell? Okay. Sorry. It's Friday when I'm making this. Everyone gets a little bit tired on Fridays, I think. All right. Negative 2 times positive 3 equals negative 6. And then positive 2 times negative 3 also equals negative 6. So for me, this is my way that I used to remember them. I have my 2 categories here. Okay? If the signs match, the result is positive. If they don't match, it's negative. And I found this pretty easy to remember myself when I was learning it because I have the word don't, not. That's a negative word. So if the signs don't match, plus, minus, positive, negative, they don't match, my result is negative. They do match, you go, yay, it's a match. They're the same. Then it's a positive result. So here I have matching signs of positive 2 and positive 3. They match. My result is positive. Here I have negative 2 and negative 3. They match. My result is positive. On the other side, negative 2 and positive 3. They don't match. Result is negative. Positive 2 and negative 3. They don't match. Result is negative. that I think is probably the easiest way to remember these. Okay, I'm going to show you one other sort of visual thing. If that previous way worked for you, I'd suggest sticking with that and just leaving it at that. This is a sort of visual representation. For some people, this helps. If the other worked for you, again, I would say stick with that. And just end the video here because some people find number lines confusing, and if you already understand it, then why risk it? Why risk causing confusion? So if I'm multiplying, if I'm going on a number line and I'm starting at 0 and I've got 2 and 3, we're going to do the same things. Positive 2, positive 3, positive 2, negative 3, etc. If I'm moving on a number line for multiplication, positive, and I always start out going to the right. That's my default, is I'm going forward to the right. Positive numbers don't change my direction. Whichever way I'm going, the positive number, multiplying it, does not change the direction. Negative numbers always change the direction. So here's what I mean by this. If I say positive 2 times a positive 3, I'm starting out this way. Positive 2, I don't change my direction. Positive 3, I don't change my direction. So positive 2 times positive 3 is 6. Okay, so what now if it is negative 2 and negative 3? If I'm starting at 0, negative 2 sends me this way. It reverses from because I was starting going to the right, but nope, that negative 2 has me going to the left now. But then, negative 3 reverses and sends me back the other way. So I end up going to the right to positive 6. Okay. Then what if it's negative 2 and positive 3? I'm starting here. My default is to go to the right, but negative 2 sends me going to the left. Positive 3 doesn't change it, so I just keep going to the left to negative 6. And then finally, if I have positive 2 and negative 3, I'm starting out. My default is to go to the right. Positive 2 doesn't change that, but negative 3 sends me going to the left. So I'm going to go to the left to negative 6. Again, sometimes that's a way of visualizing it that helps people. Not everyone. If the other way, the match don't match, is a better way for you to remember it, then please, by all means, use that. That's my preferred way. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos for all your math-related needs, please visit my channel or one of my various playlists. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day. See ya.